Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrunk and I'm reaching out to the student body. Okay, people, we are at the end of the semester and I want to walk through a few things to close us out. Now, the first thing that's important is that we pay attention to what we have to do to complete this course. Of course, you know that I am teaching multiple classes, and these classes that I'm teaching, you could be in my Cisco classes, you can be in my intro classes, or you can be in my programming classes. Yes, I'm teaching multiple classes and I have multiple students, and few students, not a lot, just a few students are reaching out to say, hey professor, what's the game plan? What's the next move? So the first thing I want to stress to all of you, whatever class you are in, most of this information should apply to you. But remember, if it does not apply to you, then please let it go. Don't email me telling me, hey professor, you know, I don't see this or I don't do this. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Okay, but take the information that applied to you, utilize it, and let's successfully close out this semester. So I want to point out particular things. The first thing you should be doing is looking at your syllabi. And most importantly in the syllabi, I would say look at the course dates, but your syllabus tells you everything that you have to do. Everything. Just make sure you paying attention to your syllabus. So before you decide to email me, look at the syllabus, see what you have to do to close out the semester, and then move on that. That should knock down 97 percentile of your questions, just looking at your syllabus. But I'm going to deal with some specific questions in here so you as a student will be in the know. Things you need to check. Always check all of your work. Now, I sent the email out to everyone last week, so go read that email. That email is important. It pretty much tells you what you need to be working on. But just check everything. Check to make sure you got all your labs in. Check to make sure you got all your packet traces in. Now, that's for my Cisco people. If you're not in my Cisco class, of course, that do not apply to you. Check to make sure all your programs are complete. Check to make sure that you did all your introductory work. Check to make sure that you look at your discussion questions. And to piggyback on discussion questions, if you are a student of mine or have been a student of mine in the past, you know that I do not go back over discussion. Discussion questions are things that you receive that gives you the opportunity to tell me what you think about what's going on. Like this email I'm sending you now, this video log I'm sending you. This video log is basically you giving me your opinion on what you think about the classes. How did you do in the classes? How do you feel about the classes? You're going to tell me what I can do to better the class. This will be your very last discussion question in my class. So I'm looking for you to complete it and tell me what you think could be improved. Now, when I say that, I don't need someone to stress their acceptance, if that's a word, with the class. I just need you to tell me what can I do to improve on it. Maybe you'll say, hey, professor, you was perfect. I doubt that. Or maybe you'll say, hey, these are some things that need to be changed. But remember, we are in a pandemic and we have been going through a lot of stuff. But just give me your opinion on what I can do to improve myself. I stand to be corrected at all times, but I do also want to make sure that I can improve to get better every year. And that's why I consistently study. So this will be your last discussion question, and I need you to fill it out. Now, some of you will have an assessment in this. Remember, if it don't apply to you, don't worry. But some of you will have an assessment attached to this. So not only are you going to give me your opinion on it, but you're going to actually have to complete the assessment, because we are assessing all of our classes all the time to see how well we are doing with the student body. And what is an assessment? We just want to know, do you really pick up on the information? Is this technology course helping you understand what's going on? So pay attention to that. Okay, with that being said, check your exams. Now, some of you gonna have practice exams. Go in there and check them. Now, I open up the practice exams so you can have a week or two to do them. And I'm gonna say this, if you go in there and do it and you don't get a real good grade, try to do it again. But try to get the best grade you possibly can. It's getting you ready for the final. Now, if you're in my Cisco class, you already know that your final consists of 2 tests. It consists of a lab and it consists of a multiple choice, multiple answer exam. Just make sure you do both of them. And remember, for the lab, to get 100%, you need to make sure that you fill out the documentation on that lab and upload it with the packet tracer with the lab and upload it. I need both of them. If I do not get both of them, you know what that grade is. It's not half. I need both of them. So make sure you upload both of them. And I said both of them. Oh, good. With that being said, also just make sure you look at that syllabus really clear, and that you dot all your I's and you cross all your T's, and making sure things are done. Now, at this stage, if you have a problem with some, try not to send me an email, because you got to realize I'm getting hundreds of emails. I'm getting emails from students, I'm getting emails from faculty, I'm getting emails from administrators. So you as a student have my telephone number. Text me, call me. Some of you have been really good at that. You'll text me real quick and I'll shoot you an answer back. But sending me an email at this time, this is mission critical. Sending me an email is not really that intelligent at this particular time. So, text me, call me, and say, hey. And if you miss me, just leave a number where I can call you back. Some people call me and, hey, professor, can you give me a call? And I'm like, okay. So I call and I don't catch the person. So leave a specific time when I can call you back and deal with the issue. Okay. Okay, so that covers that. And we just gonna close out things. Make sure you do your finals. Now, all finals are open on the day that is the last day of class. So make sure you look at your calendar, your course calendar, and see what is the last day of class. That's when the final will open up. It open up 12 a.m. in the morning and it'll close at 11:59 p.m. that day. But I will be in the control room. I'm gonna act like I'm doing computer stuff. I will be in the control room with my phone right there. If you have a problem accessing the final, give me a call. Now, you cannot ask me about a question on the final. If it's a question on the final, I don't deal with that. But if it's a technical issue, like you have a problem with getting to the final, then I will deal with that. But don't ask me and I'm gonna be offended if you do that, because you put me in a particular situation. But mission critical, I'll be on that final day. I'll be waiting for anybody to call and say, hey, professor, I'm having any issues. That's what techs do, and at heart, I will always be a tech. I love that. Okay, if you got any certification practice exams, do those. Proctoring. Now, normally I do have my courses proctored, but for those who want to know about proctoring, do not worry about it. We are not proctoring this semester. At least I am not proctoring. You're just on the day of the final. You just open it up, take it, and then that's it. Okay, so don't worry about proctoring. We have a lot of issues going on with proctoring, and we just got to figure that out. We next semester is definitely going to be a go, but we just got to figure it out. But I will be proctoring my exams. How will I be doing it? I'll be looking at what you do. Yes, we can do that. So don't worry. We are in there. Yes, we are. We're watching you. Now let me stop playing. Okay, so moving forward. So these are the things you need to do. Number 1, check your syllabus. Number 2, check your course dates. Make sure you're hitting your course dates. Number 3, go back, finish up everything. Make sure you got your work in, okay? And if it's anything, number 4, contact your professor. Try to avoid the email thing because I'm loading up on emails. Give me a call, text me. And don't say, Professor, I don't have your number. Did you look on your syllabus? Wow. Okay. Some students may do that. But that's what you need to do. Okay. So with this being said, I'm going to close this out. You'll have this. Remember, this is a discussion question. You have to apply to it so I'll know that you received it and you know what your last instructions are to complete this course. To miss this would not be a good thing. Complete it. Now, it will be open up for the duration of the semester, but the quicker you can answer it, the better off you will be, okay? As far as just making sure you up on it. Now, for those introductory classes, you already know what to do for your final. Your final will open up on a certain day. It will not be multiple. No test, no exam will be multiple days. You have to open it up on that day, the last day of class, and it will close that day. So just look at the date that that exam need to be open on your syllabi. I hope I answered 100% of your questions, but I'm sure it's something I missed, so you can reach out to me. But these are the things that are clear that I dealt with. I dealt with the proctoring, I dealt with exams, final exams, you know what to do, labs, discussions. Just go in there and make sure you look at your final, not your final grade, but look at your overall grade and then see if there's some things that you need to fix. But discussion questions, they off the table. That's something that's a given to you as a student to give me your opinion about the topics of our society and what's going on in IT. And if you don't do that on the day you're supposed to do it, that pretty much tells me that you got wrapped up in the world. And let me tell you something. The reason my discussion questions are the way they are is because when you work in the IT industry, you are given an assignment. Now, pay attention to this. That assignment needs to be done, completed on that particular day. You don't get the option of deciding when you will do that assignment. And guess what? It has to be done 100% of the time. You don't get to say, hey, well, I did good last week, boss, but this week. No. We don't play that. That's why my discussion questions are the way they are. To see if you can stay the course all the way through. And listen, you know, you're going to miss one, you're going to miss two, but it shouldn't fracture your grade. But it's important that you be on time with time. With that being said, this is Professor Sistrunk, and I want to close out with this. You know, we done went through a lot of political rambling. We done went through a pandemic. 2020 has been a year that tested all of us. It's tested me and my family. It's tested you and your family. A lot of people done lost their jobs. There's a lot of stuff going on. But I'm going to tell you, as a person who's been on this planet for many, many years, I'm not going to tell you my age, but many, many years. I just don't look that old, but I am. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. And I'm going to tell you, even though this pandemic is new to me, It's been a lot of things in my life that I had to overcome. And I'm going to tell you, one of the most important things is to consistently believe in yourself. Don't give up on your courses. Don't give up on your classes. If you're striving for a certificate, get the certificate. If you're striving for a degree, get the degree. In our field, as you can see all around the world, it is definitely shining. And it's getting better and better and better. You guys have chose the right career to go into. Make it happen. Don't give up. You know, I talk to students who are truck drivers. I talk to students working in offices or waitress. I talk to students who are having family problems. Hey, do not give up. Complete the courses. Get the knowledge. But I'm going to put a challenge to you. Next year, go apply for an IT job. Submit your resume to multiple places for IT jobs. Get in the field. No matter how many classes you have left, no matter what degree you're working on, do not go get an internship. Go get a real IT job. Just go out there, put yourself out there and achieve that goal. Make 2021 the year you step off into the IT industry and get paid for it. I'm challenging you to do that if you're not already in the field. And if you are in the field, go to your boss, go to your supervisor and say, hey, I want a raise, or I want to move up to another position. Challenge yourself. Coming out of this madness of this year, go challenge yourself. I'm going to challenge myself. I want you to challenge yourself. On my YouTube pages, you're going to see me traveling around the world. You're going to see me climbing up mountains. You're going to see me challenging everything about myself, because I learned this year, if you don't do it now, when will you? A lot of people are not here anymore. So challenge yourself and go for it. And if I can help you in any way, reach out to me and I will. And so this is Professor Sistrunk. I challenge you to go forward and pursue your dreams, and I will see you in the next class.